What's up, YouTube? Midwest Tool Review back again here with what I'm going to refer to as a video gap filler segment today. Went out to a local pawn shop here in Indiana, and I won't call it scored, but I purchased some additional wrenches that I'm going to show you. We're also going to talk about some stuff that I carry in my SUV. Like I said before, I do a lot of fishing and hunting, and I like to go off road and shooting and things like that. So, being a self-proclaimed outdoorsman, you need to have tools on your or in your vehicle for those just in case situations. So let's first of all, let's start off by looking at my purchase today from the local pawn shop. You guys know I'm big about getting tools at a good price. What we have today is a set of Stanley wrenches. From the research that I've done, these are US made Stanley wrenches. There's your part numbers there if you care to look them up. They range in size from 3/8, 7/16, ½ inch, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. They are open in, box in combinations. These are fairly nice wrenches. They were simply thrown into a large bin. There's about 1,000 wrenches in that bin right now. And I kind of just saw this on the way after visiting the wife at the hospital. She works there. She's not a patient. And on my way home, I saw the pawn shop, never been in there, thought I'd stop in, and I picked these puppies up. Probably going to go back and see if there's some more of these here. If there's not, maybe we'll pick up something else. Their prices are fairly okay. One thing about a pawn shop, you have to haggle. Keep in mind that they've purchased these things for probably pennies on a dollar. Somebody was hard up for cash, came in and pawned off what they had. So they don't have a lot into them. They're not going to clean them up. These were covered in oil and dirt and paint and what have you. So I spent a little bit of time there cleaning them up because you guys know I'm a little bit OCD about what's in my box and the cleanliness of it. But yeah, these are really fairly good condition. I don't think I'm going to do anything further to them. They're not Snap-on or Matco or Mac, so but nonetheless, like I said, from my research, they are fairly good quality, and they are American made. The fit and finish is fairly nice, in my opinion. Fully polished on the inside there. On the box inside, looks pretty good as well. It's not focusing as well as I would like, but for the most part, yeah, these are pretty good quality. No rust, no major dings or dents. So I'm pretty good with that. The reason why I bought these is because they're long. These are some, let's see. Well, I guess the tape measure's in there. Let's see if we have another tape measure here. And let's get a length on these. So the overall length on this one here is about 11 inches. And that's on a 3/4 inch. The 11/16 is around 10, and then we start to drop down what appears to be in inch increments at that point. Comparative to some of my other wrenches that I have. Let's see. Let's do the gear wrench, ratcheting wrench. As you can see there, that gear wrench is probably, I'm going to say, about 9. Let's see. So yeah, actually just shy of a little bit over 9, about 9.5. comparative to that Stanley, which is what we say 11. So yeah, I was leery at first because I don't know if all Stanley tools are made in the U.S. I would assume that, like others, they do have specific wrenches and tools that are made overseas. If it's Taiwan, I will, I'm all for it. If it's China, I'm not so much. These here, from what like I said, what I've determined, they are American or USA made. And if someone knows differently, please let me know. Yeah, I like them. They are fully polished. So I like that. Nice embossment, easy to read. The older I get, the worse my eyesight seems to be. But these are really nice. I mean, you can even, I've seen like some guys like Rob's Wrenches and a few others will actually fill in the embossment here or the recessed writing with a color. Let's say, for instance, red or blue, depending on if it's metric or standard, which provides additional visibility, but at the same time, it makes it stand out for the most part, I guess. But this set here, what is there? 6 wrenches. I paid, I think $6, so it was like $1 a wrench. I think it was exactly $1 a wrench. So I think that's a really decent deal. I think on eBay, these are going for around $7 or $8 a piece. So you figure I did pretty good here. All right, so moving on. Like I said, I do a lot of off-roading, self-proclaimed outdoorsman. You look at my garage, I've got augers for ice fishing, and all over there we've got fishing poles and what have you. I have 4 daughters and a son, so I prefer to teach them about being outdoors and being in nature, in the woods, and other things rather than video games and stuff like that, because they're going to get that in school pretty much anyway. So with that, we like to go off-roading, go out in the woods, go shooting, things like that, and you need to have some tools just for minor repairs on your vehicle, or something breaks, or you need to make a quick adjustment. It is nice to have a set of wrenches and sockets on board. So you guys know I'm like the king of estate auctions and pawn shops. So I recently attended there's my NASA socks again. I recently attended a estate auction here locally in Fort Wayne, and I picked up this set of wrenches. This particular brand is Powercraft. It is it is matte finished. This is actually an American-made wrench. I think Powercraft is currently being sold at O'Reilly's. Let's see. That's a nice looking wrench, though. I like it's not so similar to other wrenches that you see. I do have a socket, I believe, that I purchased from O'Reilly's, and I thought it was Powercraft as well. No, Power Torque. So yeah, I don't know where the Powercraft brand of tools are sold. I do have a few different sockets though that are Powercraft. But yeah, I got this set. That's a pretty interesting feature there. I've not seen a wrench with that profile. Look, it's 0 offset, and well, I guess you have to still consider that a 5-degree offset because the way it's recessed and angled there. But yeah, a fairly nice wrench, decent quality. It's been around. One thing to note, if you buy these tools and they're older and they're used, if you feel like it, like me, I don't want to just buy a bunch of old junk. I want it to at least know that it can survive. And with that, you can tell if a wrench has been used and how used it's been, and you can pretty much date it too. if you're really into tools. So it's nice to see some older wrenches that are still around, that are usable, because you know they're of good quality, because a guy had them, he used them, and you were able to pick them up many years later. This I think this is Taiwan or China, old trade, some little cheapo wrench, but they were clean, 12-point box and combination. So I've got 11/16, 5/8, 9/16, 7/16, and 3/4 of an inch. This is just what I grabbed. I think I got another one. I think there's a 3/8 in the truck that I could not find. But yeah, so I picked these up just in case there's ever a need to repair something on my vehicle. All right, so this last box we have here is my daughter's wrote on there, emergency toolkit for me. But this was, oh God, some racing edition box of Cobalt that I bought from Lowe's. And I forgot the racer. I'm not into NASCAR, so I can't think of the guy's name, but I know it was blue. And they still have these at some of the Lowe's. They had it originally marked for like $39, and I wanted it when I first saw it, but I was too cheap to spend it because, once again, I'm an auction guy, so I know I can get tools for cheap. So I waited. Eventually, they put it on another shelf. They had it marked as like $17. I knew it was tagged incorrectly, so I took it to the customer service counter, and they gave it to me for the as marked price. So I got this kit. Initially it was $40, I believe, and I picked it up for $17 or $18. So let's take a look at what it is. I think it's nice. I mean, some of you guys out there may say, "Oh, Cobalt is junk," but there's a lot of guys on here who are using Cobalt tools a lot more frequently than I will, and they give them credibility. There's even some people who have used some of your ADV brand, Matco brands, and have fractured or cracked sockets, put a Cobalt on, and broke the fastener free. So I wouldn't discount them too much. The quality of them, as far as fit and finish, I think is superb. The chrome job, it looks good. There's no blotching. There's no indication that there's thinning, no cracking or fracturing or pitting or anything like that. And even in areas like in this area here, you would normally expect to see it looked a little bit poorer because, depending on how they chrome it, these areas are harder to polish. So in my line of business as an aerospace engineer, we deal with pistons and rods and things like that. It's important to have a good surface finish prior to any type of chroming or coating. So this shows me that they took really good care and pride into making sure that the primary surface or the substrate was well polished before they ever decided to chrome. Chrome will hide a lot of imperfections, but if they're really severe imperfections, it will simply stand out. So that extension bar is really nice quality. If you guys recall, in the big box here, I have these 90 tooth Cobalt ratchets. There's your part number. Let's flip that over. There we go. That's beautiful. So I got the 3/8 drive and I got the 1/4 inch drive. I wish I could put the 3/8 drive in this. I mean, this thing's small, but I like it. Yeah, so I got this 90 tooth, and the 90 tooth came with that Cobalt set over there. So I thought these were nicer than my other Cobalts that I had. part number for that. I don't know what the tooth count on here. I probably have to count that. You know, you can tell these are, I mean, listen to that. So that's probably like 30 or 40 tooth. It's got a plastic selector there. It does have the quick release, but they're less quality. And I felt like, well, if I'm going to, I think I got this at an auction too. But anyway, I felt like if I'm going to have or need a 1/4 inch on the road, I don't want it to be my very best one, because just in case I'm in mud or snow or water, and you know, rust is likely. I don't want it to be the nicer 90 tooth fine action. And then here I did the same thing. This is a Stanley ratchet. There's your part number there. It's metal selector. It's really solid ratchet. That's probably a 60 tooth. Normally when I get older ratchets, I always count the tooth. I'll position it at, you know, 12 o'clock, and then from there, you know, I'll start counting every click to see what the action is on it, just so I know. Yeah, I'm a bit of a tool geek, I know. But yeah, it comes in, the sizes range from 6 through 19. As you see, it does skip 12 and 11 and 10, picks back up at 9, 8, 7, 6. The SAE ranges from a 1/4 inch all the way up to 3/4 inch. And these are tool point for the SAE sizes and tool point for the metric. And I think they're all 12 point. I don't think there's any 6 point in here. Oh yeah, there are some 6 points. So it looks like, let's see here, 11:30 seconds. From that point on out, it starts back at 6 point. So yeah. And then we do have some deeps here, which are also 6 points, and that's for both metric and SAE. Really good quality, go guys. I would encourage you to get some Cobalt tools. Put them to the test, man. I mean, you can go out and spend your money on the Snap-on High Dollar, Matco and Mac and Cornwell if you want. Me personally, you know, I can't bash you too much. I've got stuff that I bought off the tool truck just like any other Joe. But you guys can see from the contents of my boxes that I am a big auction and estate auction and pawn shop guy. So I would encourage you to look for deals, you know, stack up, stack up, stack up. I mean, I'm trying to make sure that I'm locating good deals for tools frequently so that I can share them with you guys. Keeps my channel interesting. You guys get to see what I'm seeing, get to see what I'm looking for, what I'm buying, get some ideas. This is a tool community. So, you know, I want to make sure that I'm just not stacking up stuff that I already have, but rather I'm bringing in new things, trying to start some conversations about different tools and quality of tools and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be that guy who has a lot of deals and estate auction deals and things of that nature, you know. So if you want to talk about how to find those deals, or you know, want to know how a lower quality or perceived lower quality tool is working out, message me, subscribe to my channel, and we can do that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. My Stanley set, you guys know you like that. My all trade, yeah, you know. My Cobalt, yeah, I like that. Got to put that back in the truck. You guys have already seen the contents of my new purchase Matco. So I don't think I added anything different. Oh, I did go to another pawn shop the other day and I picked up some random Craftsman's. If I find a Craftsman wrench that's in good condition, I buy it because, you know, that's American brand. I like it. I just threw some pliers and stuff in here. I'm still working on this drawer, and you guys saw this. I've not really gone through it. I got to end this video here pretty soon because it's gonna give me difficulties with the upload. But keep in mind, I did buy this cheap Taiwan set to kind of get some larger size wrenches in my. I already have that size, so let's go with this size here. So this is the biggest one I have. This is 1 1/8. And like I said, this was a Taiwan brand. Right there. I gotta clean these up. But yeah. So they do the job, you know. They will do the job, and that's a. I mean, I should have brought my scale out here. That's a heavy freaking wrench. So you know, yeah, this will do. Maybe I should put this in the truck. What do you think? Maybe I'll maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I will allocate this and those and that to the truck and replace all of this with Craftsman or something better. I don't know. Only time will tell. Another video to come. So yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment, do what you do. Shout out to my mentors, Rob's Wrenches, Tony the Technician. So thank you guys for watching this video, and good night.